My name is Gabriel Silva. I speak some languages, and today I would like to talk about something that I find very important when we're learning a new language. And that is to have specific goals. So it's goal-oriented language learning. And I think that if we always have clear goals, what that's going to do is that we're going to stay engaged, stay motivated, and keep progressing as we learn a new language. If we don't have these goals, chances are that we are going to hit plateaus and lose motivation, lose momentum as we learn a new language. And what do I mean by having certain goals? Well, I think that it's great to have little projects, and it's always great to make them somewhat realistic. So if you have like something really far-fetched and crazy, odds are that that can also negatively affect your motivation. You can set a goal to write a short essay about yourself or about something that you're interested in. You can also have a goal, for instance, of learning all the words in an article that you like. You can have a goal of perhaps making a video in your target language. Start reading a book. But when it comes to something really large, for instance, reading a specific book in a foreign language, that is perhaps too clunky a goal. It's nice to have smaller projects as we move along. Unless, of course, you're already at a pretty high level in the language. Then, whatever, let's say that you're learning Russian, you can try to read War and Peace by Tolstoy. That's great. But when you're still at a basic or intermediate level, it's nice to have smaller projects. And of course that you can have help, right? You don't have to do it all on your own, depending on your level. If, for example, you are at a very basic level, if you want to write a little essay about yourself or about a topic that interests you, you're probably going to need the help of a teacher or a native speaker of the language, which is totally fine. However, if you are at a higher level, an intermediate level, perhaps you are going to be more independent and you can try to do it all on your own and perhaps just check with a native speaker later on. But I think it's also nice for you to challenge yourself. Well, I already said that it's not good to come up with unrealistic goals, but you also don't want to have little projects that are way too easy for you. And it's also great to have multiple projects at the same time, but if you focus on only one of them, and ideally, your project will engage you in different ways. So for instance, if you're writing just an essay, perhaps you should also try to focus on reading it out loud, recording an audio with it, just so that you are working on pronunciation as well as writing, right? So of course that it's nice to have, a project that will isolate one aspect of the language. Hopefully you're going to be able to engage different skill sets in the language at the same time. For instance, you'll be working on verb conjugation and grammar, but as well as vocabulary, perhaps listening as well. If you can engage several different skills at the same time in each little project that you have, that's probably the best. And that way you're going to achieve more progress. So ideally, each little project will be first realistic, but challenge you at the same time, include different aspects of language learning and work on different skills. It will help you move forward. And of course, it must be something that really interests you. If you come up with a little project that you're not really that interested in, there's really no point. So if you need some extra motivation, that's it. Try to come up with a little project, get it done, and you're going to see that you're going to get more engaged, you're going to progress faster. Hopefully you will find a nice project to get started with. And good luck, my friends, learning a new language.